Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing absolutely great from all corners of the world. In this video we're going to be speaking about how soon can your loved ones in spirit contact you after they have departed their human vessel. Before we get into this one, I'd like to say a big massive thank you to each and every one of you who like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. To each and every one of you who, you have questions that you may want to ask in like a kind of a classroom setting, go and check out the live streams. Also, check out the community post for all of our channels. We also do tarot, we've got another mediumship channel. We've got loads of different things that we do. Anyway, that aside, let's get into what you've all come to see. So, how soon can you, as an individual, contact your loved ones in spirit once they have departed? You have to understand that it is instant. You can instantly contact your loved ones in spirit. Fun fact, I've known that people have passed away, not because I've been told, but because I have been given the feelings, I've been given the raw emotions from an individual. Fun fact, so first of all, an individual who is very close to myself, for myself it's very different to most. I don't lose people, and there's going to be a lot of you going, well, of course you do, Jordan. But again, I've got to reiterate, when somebody departs the materialistic world and enters the spirit world, for me, I still communicate with them. Prime example of this, a very, very good friend of mine had passed away. Now, I hadn't had any contact with this individual. I'm not going to mention the name because it doesn't need to be mentioned on the video. But I hadn't had any contact through different circumstances for about a month. However, I knew there had been like a kind of a decline in health. Then, one day, I was driving my car and suddenly I overcome with sadness and sorrow. And it was like I was trapped in my mind. Whilst I was still driving the car fine and it had no influence over my ability to drive the car, I started feeling lots of different emotions, and then I seen the individual in my mind, in my mind's eye. So I knew that all of the emotions I was experiencing in those moments were coming from this individual. So I knew at that point, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't good for this person. And then I found out the next day they had passed over and they were actually at the other side, which I already knew. It didn't come as a shock to us. I already knew. So for me, it's very different. But there's going to be a lot of people out there who tell you that the spirit world go through what's called the waiting room. And in the waiting room, it takes them 6 months to acclimatise to the new place. Shut the hell up. What on earth are you sprouting that absolute garbage for? The spirit world, the transition from the materialistic world to the spirit world is instantaneous. Faster than milliseconds. We wouldn't have any way of gauging it by using scientific equipment in this world, because it's quicker than instant. And then you've got people telling you that, look, the spirit could be trapped. It could be wandering, finding its way to the spirit world. Now, listen, if you are somebody who believes this, and I don't mean you any offence, but what I would seriously recommend you to do is to look at the way that you see the spirit world. Stop comparing the spirit world to our world, because it's called the spirit world for a very apparent reason. It isn't the materialistic world. It doesn't operate on the same premise as the world as we know it. So the problem that you all have to understand is we all want to contact, well, I say we all, I do, but a lot of you will be watching these videos, and there's plenty of videos on this, and to help you connect to the spirit world. But there's a lot of you who want to connect to the spirit world, and you've either heard somebody who says, listen, you can't do it, you can do it. Each and every one of you can do it. I guarantee each and every one of you, I have 100% success rate in getting people to connect with their loved ones in spirit. So I'm telling you, each and every one of you now, I don't care what anyone's told you, I can help you to connect with your loved ones in spirit. But there's a little bit of a problem. The problem being you. You are the only problem in this scenario. You are the conduit to the spirit world. If you have flaws, if you have imperfections within you and your abilities to connect, then you can't connect. The first biggest one that you are all going to come across is grieving. If you are somebody who has just lost a loved one last week and you're already trying to connect, the problem is with you in your mindset. You just simply aren't ready for the connection to take place. Whilst yes, you're like, oh, I wanted to work, I wanted to work. Remember, you can't force any process when you are working with the spirit world. Same with tarot, same with any form of divination, same with any sort of psychic development. You cannot force this. This works when the time is right. So if you are somebody who has lost someone and you have listened to the words I've said, then you now have a little bit of hope that you can connect, great, because you found the right channel. We don't just give you hope, we give you the tools to be able to connect. But the main thing I would say with that is we have to have a deep understanding. An understanding that this isn't going to happen on your terms. This is going to happen when you are ready for the connection to take place. Believe you and me, the spirit world are masters. They are sculptors of time. They know exactly when the time is correct for you to see them. A lot of you want to see spirit, and then you'll start seeing it into the spirit world, and you'll be horrified. You'll be terrified. I mean, I see spirit everywhere I go. So you can only imagine what that's like. A lot of you think, oh, that's super cool. But when you start seeing it, it can become quite freaky if you're on at the right time, if it's not the right time for you. So yes, each and every one of you can see your loved ones in spirit immediately after they have passed. But you are the problem. There are issues that you have as an individual that stop you from being able to use your ability of clairvoyance. Whether that be because, you are forcing the process, whether that be because you're hurting. The grieving process is something that a lot of human beings overlook. It's a process in which each and every one of you have to go through these emotions and put them into a little bit of a package so that we can live our life. A lot of you may want a magical answer of how you move on from losing a loved one. You don't. You can't. But what we can do is give you the building blocks so that you can start to try and live a normal life. The pain's never going to go away. That's not what I'm saying here. But what we can do is give you tools to try and help you to alleviate some of that pain so you aren't carrying the full burden with you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. This was vlog number 12 or something, or I don't know. But anyway, until the next time. Oh, before I say that, remember, we've got a live stream on Thursday, and also we're going to be doing them on Mondays. Bye-bye for now.